Hi everyone, Paul and Amy here, and we are aboard the beautiful Disney Wish, and we are here for our 4-night sailing, one of the very maritime cruises. We are going to take you along and show you a tour of our stateroom. This room category is 4C, and it is a Deluxe Family Oceanview Stateroom with veranda. It could sleep up to 5 guests. As always, this content is brought to you by the world of DVC, but we wanted to highlight 2 of those brands that can help you get aboard a Disney cruise. For those DVC members who have points they are not going to be using at a Disney resort, DVC Rental Store can help you swap your points for a Disney cruise. To put this into perspective, swapping your points through DVC Rental Store for this cruise could save you 123 points versus booking directly with Disney. That's an approximate cash value of $2,000 when considering the value currently of renting points. If you'd like more information on swapping your points for a cruise, head to dvcrentalstore.com. For anybody looking to book a cruise, we recommend you check out our friends at Be Our Guest Vacations. Their expert travel planners will help get you on board and craft an amazing cruise adventure. We wanted to start out in the hallway to highlight a couple of things. First of all, the door is magnetic. That gives you the opportunity to decorate with magnets. We use metal hooks to hang our door decor, but you will see lots of decoration, especially for the holidays. There's a lot of lights on doors. The other thing is that they've also incorporated a new way to open your door. They are called Disney Bands on Disney Cruise Line, but if you do have a Magic Band Plus from the parks, that will also work. Let's go in. One thing to note for first-time cruisers is that in order to operate the lights in the room, you have to put your card, your Key to the World card, in here and push it down to turn the lights on. Now, we highly recommend that you bring a different card, something that you don't mind if you accidentally leave behind. We use our Disneyland opening weekend key, and that will help you not have to keep taking your Key to the World card in and out. Depending on the layout of your room, when you come in on one of the sides, our left, is going to be your biggest storage unit. This is separated into 3 sections, and the doors are a little weird. You can't have 2 different sections open at a time. So if you open one, you can't really get to the other. Since there are 2 of us sharing this room, what Paul and I did was share it. At the top of all of the storage, you are going to find all of the life vests. There's also space to hang clothes on the one side, with an ample bottom space for extra storage. The middle section does have an additional life vest, and then we've got our shelving, and towards the bottom we're going to also have our safe, and you slide it out, and there's also a little jewelry tray in there. On the other side, we've got an additional hanging space. We've got the other 2 life vests. There's 5 total for the 5 guests that can fit in this room. And then we've got the ladder that is for one of the beds. Your stateroom attendant will put that up for you if it is needed. And then on the bottom, we've also got some space for shoes and some extra bags. One of the things I really do like about this storage is that it is sensor, the light is censored. So when the door is closed, the light is out. When you open it, the light comes on to help you see. And then on the side here, we've got some additional storage, some shelves, a lot of them actually. Opposite the big storage unit is the bathrooms, and unique to Disney Cruise Line is the layout of these bathrooms. It is a split bathroom where you have your toilet and sink on one section, and then a sink and your bathtub / shower in another. I wanted to come in here to give you a little bit of perspective of the size. While it is a small room, it is nice to have the toilet off into a separate space. Please make sure that you don't flush anything but toilet paper down the toilet. That's very important. Normally, we do our room reviews with a fresh, brand new room, but we wanted to do this review after living in this room for a few days to give you some perspective of what it looks like with our stuff unpacked and just some storage ideas. To the right of the sink, there are some storage shelves to help with keeping your toiletries organized. There are also some hooks over here on the wall for hanging your towels to dry. We also bring some of our own magnetic hooks to hang some of our organizers. One of the awesome things about staterooms is that they're pretty much all metal walls, so you can easily hang magnetic hooks. There's also an optional nightlight in this particular part of the bathroom that you can leave on in case you have to go to the bathroom at night. Between the two bathroom doors is your thermostat, and these two buttons will help you control the temperature up or down. Another thing that I love about Disney Cruise Lines is that no matter what room category, you're always going to have some sort of a bathtub instead of just a shower. So we've got a shower with a decent amount of shelving, and then we've got this small but still ample bathtub. And then the other thing that I love that makes it a little easy is that this glass shower door can go either in or open out. So whatever is easiest for you to give you the space that you need. Just like the other little bathroom area, this one also has some hooks for hanging towels and such. We've also got some towel bars, and then to my left, you're going to find some additional shelves for storage and then another second sink. Both bathrooms have a backlit mirror, but this one actually also has a full-length mirror on the inside of the door. That brings us into our main living area where we have a queen-size bed that sleeps two of the guests. Underneath the bed, there is plenty of storage to slide your luggage. We have large suitcases and we were able to easily fit them. You could probably fit at least 4 or 5 suitcases underneath there. And then I definitely want to mention the beautiful artwork that is in each stateroom. And each stateroom has its own kind of movie theme. Ours is Frozen. We've also had a couple of staterooms where we had Princess and the Frog. There are some with Rapunzel, Sleeping Beauty, so a lot of beautiful artwork out there with the Disney theming. On both sides of the queen bed, we have a little nightstand area. It's got some storage drawer here. And then we've got ample charging because we do have a newer ship. On this side, we have 2 USBs and a European charger. And then on the other side of the bed, we have 2 regular outlets, 2 USBs, and a USB-C charger. Above each nightstand, you're also going to find a reading light and then a lamp that can be dimmed or brightened. Right across from the bed is going to be our TV. This is a smart TV, and it does have things like the Disney On Demand features. Because we're on a very maritime cruise, there is a whole holiday category of things that you can watch. And then you can also look at things like the daily schedule and other things about the ports of call. So that's a really great feature in these rooms. Something else that I wanted to point out, since it's on the same wall, is I love how much wall space there is. And because of that, we do use these metal hooks that we bought to help us organize our things. So you can see we've got some stuff hanging up here, and we've hung some of Paul's hats over there with them. Moving on past the bed, we've got this huge piece a storage piece that can serve as a vanity, it can serve as a desk, and it's got lots of drawers and shelving. Starting up at the top, we've got all this shelving, and it gives us a place to put things like our camera equipment, my makeup bag, some of our glasses. Great storage there. This is one of my favorite mirrors. I use it to get ready, and I love that it has a nice bright light on it. Also over here is where you can control some other lightings, some of the ceiling lights, as well as the lighting above the curtain and the balcony light. Over here in the corner under the shelf, you'll also find some more charging. This piece is the same unit that was over by the nightstand with the two regular outlets, the two USB and the USB-C. And then there's also the same European outlet that's over on the other side of the bed with the two USBs. We'll also have some water glasses that come in your room that you can use that will be sat in this storage. Down below here, we have a couple of drawers. This first one is where you're going to find the blow dryer. While I typically do bring my own with me, I will say that the ones on Disney Cruise Line are pretty nice to use, as I've used them before. They are a European outlet, so they can fit in pretty easily over here next to the vanity mirror. And then over here we just have an additional storage with some shelves. To the right here is another drawer where you can store some things. We've got our Castaway Club gifts in there for now. And then the last thing under here is actually going to be a beverage cooler. For those of you that are familiar with the Grand Floridian Big Pine Key Villas, this is not what I would call an actual fridge. This is meant just to keep some things like drinks cool, not make them cold. Underneath of here, we've got this little tuffet or ottoman that you can pull out if you're going to be using this as a desk or a vanity to help you get ready. And then in this drawer, we've got some stationery. We've also got some postcards that you are welcome to take and use. And then something I also wanted to point out is in here you're going to find the little door hangers for room service for breakfast. This is a continental breakfast that is included with your cruise. You just have to fill this out and place it on your doorknob by 3 a.m. at night for breakfast the next morning. While it is complimentary, we do recommend that you tip the cast member that comes and brings your breakfast. This is available every morning except for debarkation day. Continuing the theme over here, we've got some beautiful frozen artwork, and below that is our couch that also will turn into a single bed. The stateroom attendant is the one that will take care of turning this into a bed for you. And then we've got this stand here, and this is a very useful piece of furniture. It can be a coffee table, but what I love about it most is it's made so that it can kind of slide under here and get close if you want to use it to eat or work on. A typical deluxe veranda room will usually end right around here, just like the one that we had on the DVC cruise. It was a little smaller. Because this is a deluxe family stateroom and it sleeps 5, we do have some additional space here. And because of that space, we have this single pull-down bed. Now this is locked because your stateroom host will be the one that comes in and sets the bed up for you. And then because we have this bed, we do have some additional storage on the side here that you can put some stuff in the shelves. We've got one more piece of frozen artwork here with the Olaf drawing. And then this is a lock-off room. Now, Paul and I typically like to book rooms that do not have a lock-off. Since we booked this cruise a little last minute, we ended up with a lock-off. And something about Disney Cruise Line that's different from most is that they have a lot of rooms that are lock-offs to accommodate for families. So it's kind of hard if you want to find a room without one, but it's very easy if you need a lock-off room. Whereas we do sail with Royal Caribbean a lot, and that's the opposite. It's very easy to find a room without a connecting door, and it's a little harder to find one with one there. Since this is a stateroom with a veranda, we're on to my favorite part of the whole room, which is this balcony or veranda. And it is a great size for just a typical stateroom. We've got some chairs here. We've got a tiny little table that you can use. And then we've got beautiful ocean views. We're actually in port right now, so we're kind of looking at another ship, but typically the views are pretty spectacular. That's going to do it for the tour of our stateroom on the beautiful Disney Wish. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to get back to enjoying the rest of our cruise. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and join in the conversation over at dvcfan.com and in the DVC Facebook group. And for exclusive behind the scenes and extra things, join us on Patreon, patreon.com/dvcfan, and you can figure out why this took us an hour and a half to record this small room.